that was. Hey guys. But yeah, it's Amanda, back at it again with another college video. Ooh, yes, higher education. Yeah, okay. So yeah, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be doing a video about how I got into NYU. So in my last video, some of you guys asked about my stats and how I personally got into NYU. So that's what that video is. This is what I'm gonna be telling you guys today. So without further ado.
My name is Adu!
So I'll just start off with some general information. So the NYU acceptance rate this year was really low. It was a record low. It was actually 19%, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, keep in mind NYU is one of the most applied to schools in the country, I believe. So, you know, it's just a huge applicant pool. So for my GPA in high school, I had a 93. My school only does like unweighted grades. AP classes don't have any value. So yeah, and it's on a 100-point scale. So I had a 93. You know, it's not like the best GPA in the world. It's not the worst. I honestly feel like I did work very hard in high school. I was just like bad at some classes, math, but yeah, that was my GPA. And then I'll also talk more about the classes I took a little bit after. So I'm just gonna tell you guys my stats for test scores. So the highest I got in the SAT was a 1370, and that was after taking it twice. And after that I was like, you know, I'm done with this. Like, I don't want to take this test again. So I decided to take the ACT. So I took the ACT and I got a 31. And I was happy with 31 until I found out that it was basically the equivalent of a 1370 on the SAT. So I was like, okay, I really just played myself. So I decided to take the ACT again, and my goal was to get a 32, and like after that I would stop and like say good riddance to standardized testing. So luckily I did get a 32 on my second try, and that's what I sent to NYU and all the other colleges I applied to. I believe like the middle 50% ACT for NYU is about a 29 to a 33, so I was like definitely more within that range. So personally, throughout high school, I didn't take anything that was like a crazy course load, but I definitely liked to challenge myself. So in 9th and 10th grade, I didn't take any AP classes, but I took honors classes for English, social studies, and math. And for science, I always took Regents. If y'all are from New York, you know what Regents is, but basically it just means like regular level. And then in 11th grade, I took AP Language and Composition and AP US History. I ended up getting a 5 on both of those exams, but I don't even think colleges see your AP score unless you send it to them. So just like try to do well in the class. If you do well in the exam, that's a plus. So yeah. And then also, I know it's senior year, but definitely you still have to like keep up your course load and your grades during senior year. So this year I'm taking 3 AP classes. So yeah, I would definitely just say try to, you know, go on upwards trajectory in high school. Even if you start out freshman year with not the most amazing grades, just try to work harder and harder every year. I would definitely recommend, when it comes to AP classes, just take AP classes that you genuinely want to take and that you're like good in that subject area. Don't just like take an AP class just to like have another AP class on your transcript, because I don't know, you'll kind of just be miserable. So for example, for me, I was going to take AP Computer Science this year. I don't know what possessed me exactly to like even put that idea in my brain, but it was there. To give you some context, like I took computer science for a year last year, and like I don't even know how to code a sentence. So like I would just be miserable in AP Computer Science, so I'm really glad I didn't take it. And just know that like the difference between like maybe 1 or 2 AP classes on your transcript is most likely not gonna sway an admissions decision. So yeah, just do AP classes that you like and are interested in. You know, don't make yourself miserable. But yeah, that's my advice. Extracurriculars. So this is another big part of the college application process. So if you guys don't know, on the Common App, that's where you list all your extracurriculars, and you get about 10 slots to list them. So I'll just run through what I had quickly. I did use all 10 slots. You definitely don't have to. It's okay if you don't fill up all the spots. But this is what I had. So for stuff that I actually had a position in, like an actual title, I put first. So I'm still in high school, like high school is still going on, but I'm just gonna say this in the past tense, whatever. So I put that I was the president for French Club, I was a director for social media and advertising for my school's writing center. I put that I was a captain for gymnastics, and I had also done it since 9th grade. And I had like gotten some like awards and honors in it, so you know, put that too. I put that I was a writer for a magazine outside of school, and I put my job. And then for other things, I put that I didn't have a title. I put like a member for Key Club, member for photography club, youth group, and cross country, and outdoor track. My advice for you guys when it comes to extracurriculars is do what you love and love what you do. I would say don't feel the need to be well-rounded. I read somewhere that colleges really look to make a well-rounded class, not necessarily to admit well-rounded people. So don't feel the need to like play a sport, play an instrument, and be like some like research lab assistant to be well-rounded. If you happen to do all those things and you just do them because you like them, then go ahead. But definitely don't feel the need to like join a bunch of random stuff so you're like well-rounded. Also, another piece of advice for extracurriculars, if there aren't clubs or organizations or groups around you that interest you, definitely create your own. I think colleges love to see when people start their own clubs or like businesses or organizations, just seeing people who take initiative and are innovative. So yeah, I would definitely recommend doing that. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is the NYU supplement. So it's kind of a long question. I don't remember what exactly it said, but basically all they're asking you is why NYU? In the first paragraph, I just talked about what I really liked and what I was passionate about, which was creating videos, like filming, editing, the whole process of that. And then I kind of did a little like transition, and I talked about how this relates to NYU and what I would be doing there. So of course I said that I would be in Tisch School of the Arts. I said my intended major, which is film and television production. Definitely be specific. State like a specific class that you want to take, or a specific club, or a specific professor. Just be very specific. NYU is a huge school, so just let it be known what exactly you will be doing if you are admitted there. So I talked about a specific program they have that I want to do, which is doing a dual major in film and television production, and doing a major in business. So I talked about that. So I wrote a really like cringy line at the end of my essay. Like, I don't know what possessed me to do this, but oh my god. I wrote, I'm not exactly sure what I'd like to pursue. I'm not exactly sure what I'd like to pursue post-graduation, but if I attend NYU, I know the skyline's the limit. I hate myself. Yeah, don't be cringy as me, but Oh yeah, also, but one major thing to not do in this essay is to make it all about New York City. So, I mean, obviously New York City is a huge part of NYU, but they're really asking why you want to go to NYU, not why you want to live in New York City. So definitely make your focus more about NYU. It definitely doesn't hurt to mention the city because obviously there's so many opportunities there, and that's basically why like so many people attend NYU. But yeah, just don't like make it all about the city, like that's kind of basic. So yeah, so that's it for my NYU advice. But I think I'm going to make a separate video about the portfolio process for applying to NYU Tisch, specifically for film and television. Because I know when I was applying, I searched for like an advice video about how to get into Tisch for film and television, and there's like no one who did that. I saw a lot of people who did it for drama majors, but not a lot of people did it for film and television. So I might do that as my next video. Definitely let me know if any of you guys are interested in that. And yeah, I hope this video helped you guys out and just like gave you some insight into what my experience was. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and thank you for watching. Bye! Wait, I don't even know, like, what was that? Okay.